Here's the exact service delivery system for my 7-figure SMMA, and in this video I'll walk you through how to create winning ads, how to write copy, and how to media buy for your clients and get them 10x ROI just like my agency does. So of course I'm not going to show you my results and let you go. I'm going to show you how I actually got these results as well. And to keep it fair, I'm going to do it in this some random niche that we got out of ChatGPT. So let's put in some prompts to ChatGPT. Let us choose a random niche, create our offer, make our ad copies, video ad copies, make us still add images that we can use and run ads with it. Let's get started. Okay, so this is the prompt. Choose SMMA niche for me to focus on. Use one of the big niches that needs leads and appointments all the time from Meta Ads. So I'm going to give this easy prompt to ChatGPT. Let us choose one. So med spas and aesthetic clinics. So let's focus on aesthetic clinics, right? Let's do this. So the clinics, actually, there is some offers that created for us because I was gonna ask ChatGPT to create this offer, but it already gave us an offer. You get $50 off your first water and filler appointment, free consultation, skin analysis, laser hair removal. But I'm going to add some more stuff. I'm curious what ChatGPT gonna spit out. Let's see. Okay, this is great. You know why? ChatGPT actually added 0% payment plan available. Anything that you can do with a payment plan, but any niche is gonna rip on the ads because people, if they can understand, they can get something they want for $0 down because how the economy is right now. That's why the offers for SMMA that are performance focused really well is people don't have that much cash anymore. So I'm going to use this exact offer, that free skin consultation plus $150 credit toward your aesthetic service plus $0 down payment option, right? And let's delete this part. Let's see what it can create. I don't think it can make us a good video. We need to give a little bit more prompts. Let's see what it's going to create. But I will definitely change this image with more prompts. But I'm just going to wait for now. So the image is created, but I don't like some certain stuff about it. It's very text heavy. So what I'm going to do is leave the part. Let's do this and see how it goes. Alright, ChatGPT created another image, but I didn't like this one as well. There's too much emptiness here, but I forgot that I need to be so specific with the prompts that I'm giving ChatGPT. So I'm going to ask him to remove this. I'm going to take this picture exactly like this and edit it on camera. Let's put our prompt in. All right, let's see how that does. All right, to be honest, it's getting worse. And I don't have enough patience to do this. So I'm going to go off of first picture. I'm going to quickly download this picture. It's saved now. And we're going to head to camera. We're going to create. We're going to upload our picture here. Right, design out of it. Looks great so far. Actually, after some consideration, this might be a good ad. And the only thing that I don't like about it is this thing right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna find an element here, and I'm gonna match the color with this. Put it right here to cover this. I think this looks better, definitely. And I'm going to save this picture. And I'm going to create a doc now. Our doc is created. Aesthetic, clinic, ads. I know I butchered that, but let's see how that goes. Now we're going to head back to ChatGPT, create that primary text. Let's see what ChatGPT is going to create for us. I'm not going to stop the video. We'll keep it running. This is exactly what I was looking for. So I'm going to copy paste this, and I would add a location here. Only thing that will help me get better results will be, and this will be our ads. I'm going to head into the ads manager now, and I'm going to create a mock ad so you can see the exact targeting system that I'm using and how I would go. Alright, so campaign is created. Let's start with naming the campaign. What I would do is clinic name ad campaign gen and I would write the today's date, which is June 24. Nothing in here, and I did a manual ad set, by the way. I don't like to use the advanced ad set. This gives me more stuff to focus on. I can really work on some stuff I've been doing. Let's scroll a little bit down, choose our budget. That's pretty good, and choose our location. Let's assume this one is in Miami, United States, and Canada. So if I'm assuming we are downtown Miami, we don't want to do 25 miles. 25 miles will be 50, 40 minutes drive in a city like Miami. I would go down to 10-mile radius. Since the estimated audience size is really big, this should make it. But not everyone going to be in Miami. If you are in a smaller or medium-sized city, let's choose Denver here. I would do this. There's only one thing, like two things that I'm considering here is how big is the city as far as the driving circumstances, and the second thing is how big is our audience size. So 1.1 to 1.3 million is actually pretty big, and it would be good with the ads that we are doing like a bigger audience size. Let's do Denver and see what we can do in Denver in a smaller city example. So whole city is definitely fine, but 25 miles is still a bit exaggerated. I would do probably 15, and I'd even go to 10 to keep the audience size closer to million. I would say the best audience size, any type of ad, is if you're doing local, it should be in between 700K to 1 million. 5 to 700K is also okay, but if it's under 500K, you need to be more specific with your targeting. Maybe I would like to keep it as broad as possible as far as the audience, so Facebook can work its algorithm to find us the exactly people that we are working for or looking for. So placements, if I had a video ad, I would use Advantage Plus placements because all the other placements won't be shown anywhere if you include video ad and image ad under one ad set. But in this case, I'm only doing static ads. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use manual placements, and I'm going to take out audience network. I'm going to take out all this stuff that we don't need, except Facebook feeds, stories, and Instagram feeds and reels. So this would be the main ones that I'm choosing, and I would go down and start choosing creating my ad actually. So I'm going to do this. I'm not going to use multi-advertiser ads. What I'm going to do instead is I'm going to come here, delete this picture that we don't need, upload our new image ad that we created with ChatGPT. So as far as you can see, it looks great on the both end, but the reason why I'm going 4 or 5 is it actually fits the Instagram main page really well, and I can do 1-1 as well. If I would do that, I would exactly do this. This is still great square ad, and I would click next and come back to my document and copy this, go back to my ads manager. I would space this out a little bit, copy my headline, use headline. I usually don't do descriptions, and click learn more, click enchantments. So some of the things actually good, like music, it's fine. Visual touch-ups, I'm not big fan of it. Translate text, unless the place that you're working with have like a secondary language. Like if we were in Miami, we would do this for Spanish text. For now, it's fine, but it can create some leads that we don't want if our client cannot speak that language. So I'm gonna assume they don't speak another language and turn this off. And overlays are fine. Image animation, we don't want it. We don't want this, and these are still fine. I would like to use some of those, but I don't like the animations, or I don't like the AI zoom stuff that they're doing automatically. So I'm going to click done. Now our ad is looking great. Only thing left off is our Facebook form. So let's create a brand new form from zero. You can just put whatever. I would always do more volume and flexible delivery to optimized, and I would ask ChatGPT to create us a headline and description for our lead form. Create one sentence. All right, let's see if ChatGPT can understand my broken English. This is great. Let's copy and paste it here, and we can work on it a little bit. We do this and click next. Description. I've been doing this for 5 years. I'll let contact information required, and I wouldn't do this optional. You might make emails optional. I don't recommend it. And I would put full name, email, and phone number. This is what people used to seeing, so always in this order. And you can add your privacy policy. I'm not gonna bother with that right now, and I would do this. Thank you. I would do this if you try to get as much as people possible to our client's location. Or initially, what you can say in here is please expect a call number from our team to give you access to this offer that we created for you. So I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna still use ChatGPT to make it polish a little bit. All right, let's see what ChatGPT. One more. All right, this is great. Again, I would do it exactly like this, and I would put the landing page or a booking page that you made here to make sure they can book appointments themselves. Even people book appointments themselves after the lead form is submitted and they go and book their appointments, I would still call them, make sure they got their appointment right at the right time, at the right address, and double confirm the appointment. And even if they didn't do that, and we called and we booked their appointments, at that point, what would I do is I would ask my client to call them back and review the appointments, make sure they're showing up. In this rate, and also the lead notification and appointment notifications are really, really important. But if you're using a Go High Level calendar, they should be automatic. So in this way, be able to get 70 to 80% show up rates for all of our clients. There's one last topic that I would like to mention here is why most agencies can compete with the other agencies in their niches and why they have to call it quit too early and blame their niches maybe. So there's a couple reasons. And one of the biggest reasons that we touched today is the calling system that we're doing. You see how many times we call our leads to book an appointment, and you saw how fast our dollars and AI bot is calling the leads. And most of the agencies just run ads, they don't book appointments, and the client get frustrated real quick. Don't do that. If you're a lead agency, if you're a performance-based lead agency, you have to vet your leads for your clients. If people are actually, this will help you keep your clients happier and also keep your clients for longer, so you can be more profitable, because agency is not being able to sell PIFs or like 3 grand 5 grand retainers as long as you cannot keep them for the promise period or after the period that you guys are started with. There's no reason to do that. So another thing that you need to do to keep your clients even longer and make more money from them is performance reviews. We do weekly performance reviews. It could be a Zoom call, 15 minutes phone call, doesn't matter. You have to talk about cost per lead, you have to talk about booking rate, talk about lead quality, get feedback from them. After you get the feedback, I have a specific way that I handle this. Hey, I see the cost per lead is good, booking rate is good, but you're saying the lead quality is not good. So what we are going to do is we are going to add this type of question into our lead forms. Make sure our leads qualify that harder question. So you will see less appointments next month or next week, but they will be more qualified. And if they say, okay, you should be able to do this. I know if you have 100 clients, it gets harder and harder to do those minor adjustments. When I say it, believe me, it is definitely worth it. I said it is worth it because, again, the sales is the first step of an agency. If you wanted to become an agency that makes 100 grand a month, you need to be able to retain your clients more than the period they sign with you. Sometimes they want to sign with you for a week, for a month, for 3 months, 6 months, doesn't matter. If you can increase the lifetime value of your client by keeping them happy and getting the churn as low as possible, you will be successful. Because all the agencies that are closing down and changing niches and doing other stuff, there's only one reason, because they burn through their whole niche with being a churn and burn agency and they cannot get results. If you want to get better results, I would love to set up a system for you and for your agency, and you can book a call down below. And thank you for watching on video.